Hi, welcome into tonight. I am Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside managing editor Santana Wood. How are we doing this evening?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you virtually.
Yeah, we don't get to see each other. It's weird. Like we went from spending so much time together every day to now just seeing each other virtually, but at least we can do that. That's always a good thing. We do want to obviously talk about, our coronavirus coverage and updates for this evening. Once again, a lot has happened today. Really hard work that we're putting in, and we appreciate the help of our sponsor, Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine, for their support. We want to jump right in tonight and talk about our big topic, which is a new sort of search engine that has been launched by Governor Kay Ivey.
Yeah, the governor, today announced the launch of a new search engine powered by Yext, and it is to help fight against the spread of COVID-19. The platform basically will be able to provide real-time answers to any questions about the coronavirus, anything about the virus itself, or, it also has a symptom checker. I can't talk. It's fine.
You can check your symptoms.
You can check your symptoms, which was developed at UAB, which is going to be coming to COVID-19 testing site locations. The service is free of charge and can be accessed either through alltogetheralabama.org or directly at covid19.alabama.gov. And, I think that this is just a really helpful to have one place where you can get a lot of questions answered.
Yeah, and it also, just kind of skimming through it quickly, it does have some, resources for people who are at risk, resources for small businesses, links to a lot of different questions that you guys may have. Anything that is there obviously is official from the governor's office. And so that is definitely a very good resource for us to have. Obviously, we've talked over and over again about how the numbers are on the rise. And once again, we saw a huge jump today. As of 6:40 p.m., there are now 2,838 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in the state.
Yeah, that number really jumped today. And, 333 of those cases have caused hospitalizations throughout the state. And our local counties as well saw a rise in cases. Tallapoosa County now has 48 confirmed cases, with Elmore County up to 29 confirmed cases, and Coosa County now moving into double digits at 10 confirmed cases. Tallapoosa County also did add another reported death today, which is its second.
And we do obviously want to, again, point out that there is those two different categories of deaths on the Alabama Department of Public Health website. Reported deaths, which is what this second case is, and then that the deceased their case will be reviewed to determine if the death was actually due to the illness, and then they'll move into that due to illness category, which is what happened with the first death in Tallapoosa County. Overall, there have been 78 reported deaths in Alabama and 48 confirmed to have been because of the virus.
Yeah, those numbers just continue to change each day and continue to grow. The Alabama Department of Public Health also added some new statistics today, added this little case characteristics tab, which includes some more details about some of these confirmed cases, statistics on how many are in ICU, on a ventilator, how many are healthcare workers, long-term care workers, or residents, etc. There are 156 in ICU or have been in ICU, 104 on a ventilator, 406 total healthcare workers, which is in hospitals or doctors' offices, and 90 long-term care facility employees, with 66 long-term care residents with confirmed coronavirus case.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things to mention, with that number of healthcare workers who have tested positive for the coronavirus, it's important to remember about that flattening of the curve. The big thing to remember is that the hospitals, our healthcare workers can't handle it if thousands and thousands and thousands of people are contracted with this virus. So it's important to remember, to take all those safety protocols, do everything that we can. And we appreciate our healthcare workers that are continuing to work around the clock to be there for us. Of course, our sponsors there at Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine, of course, have done so much for the community as well. So we do want to hear from them really quick, and we'll be back to talk about some local news.
At Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine, we want you to know we're open. We take COVID-19 seriously and have put precautions in place for the safety and health of our patients. Don't delay treatment. Wound duration lasting more than 30 days is less likely to heal naturally. We treat all types of wounds, cuts, and burns, so intervene early. Wound care is critical. Call us today.
All right, welcome back in. I am Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside managing editor Santana Wood. We did talk about the numbers so far tonight, as well as an interesting new search engine that was put out by the governor's office today. I do want to dive into some Tallapoosa and Coosa County news. The first being obviously that we did have that reported death, our second here in Tallapoosa County, and another kind of big important piece of information for parents, especially in the Tallapoosa County schools area.
Yeah, Tallapoosa County Schools is going to temporarily stop its feeding programs after tomorrow due to the rising number of coronavirus cases being confirmed in the county. Superintendent Joe Wendell said that the board will reevaluate later next week and start again April 27th if the numbers seem to flatten out at that point. And after May 22nd, the school system will launch its usual summer feeding program.
And obviously that is sort of a difficult news, I'm sure, for parents of those who are in need. But Superintendent Joe Wendell did say that they were going to be working with some area organizations to try to help those who are especially in dire need. So make sure to read a story about that. Ways that you can also help those organizations. That'll be in Friday's Outlook. Over in Elmore County, Emerald Green's Top Golf Club reopened its restaurant, Top of the Hill Grill, for business Thursday.
Yeah, Brian Tuck, a representative for Emerald Mountain, said that the restaurant really helps fill a void for, the 800 plus homes over in that area who are, many stuck at home right now, in need of easy access to takeout. So that restaurant is going to be open from 1 to 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday, and is also available for those who may be golfing.
Over in Tallahassee, the East Tallahassee United Methodist Church is planning to hold a drive-in church in the Cozumel parking lot beginning at 8:30. The church pastor is watching the weather to see if that could affect anything, and the service may be moved. They should be making a decision about that. That's for Easter Sunday, and they should be making a final decision on Friday afternoon. So make sure that you look out on the Tribune website for that information.
Also over in Elmore County, local organization 1-to-1 Foundation, along with the Elmore County EMA CERT team, is in need of volunteers to assist with packaging and distributing food to students. Volunteers are needed Mondays and Tuesdays at Redland Elementary, Wetumpka Middle, Eclectic Middle, and Hopeville High School. And you can contact the EMA for more details and learn how you can get involved to help volunteer over there.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of good ways to volunteer and to help out in our community. So stick with us on our websites and you can find out about those opportunities, or on the flip side, if you are in need of some help, where to get that help. As always, every night we like to talk about a myth versus fact. Apparently there's been a growing myth on social media that 5G networks, which are steadily being kind of rolled out throughout the world, are actually fueling the global coronavirus pandemic. This is obviously not true.
Yeah, the World Health Organization had to put out a report that viruses cannot travel on radio waves or mobile networks, and the COVID-19 is spreading in many countries that do not even have 5G mobile networks. And I think that, pretty much answers that.
Yep, that pretty much sums that up. And we'll move on to a feel-good story, a couple of feel-good stories, actually. Volunteers in the Dadeville area, spearheaded by Chamber Board member John Buono, installed 7 signs around the town where frontline workers are. To sort of thank them. They say, heroes work here, just give some support. And John did say that he was hopeful that those places would continue to keep those up, because even though, we may be more realizing how thankful we are of them now, obviously they are heroes year round. So that was a nice little feel good story out of Dadeville.
Yeah, good to see that, and definitely appreciate everyone who is working through this pandemic. Over in Tallahassee, employees at the Wharf Seafood, which is owned and operated by Tallahassee's Noah Griggs, they got together and delivered 900 hot meals to healthcare workers in Montgomery on Wednesday at Jackson Hospital, Baptist East Hospital, and Baptist South. Each hospital received 300 orders of shrimp and grits. And each order was delivered with a smiley sticker that read, "You are awesome." So that was really good to see as well.
Yeah, and I think it's cool. We've actually here in the office, there's only 3 of us here typically, but when we are here, we try to order local every once in a while, a couple times a week, and they have been writing, nice things on our boxes, like "great to see you" and things like that. So I know that anything you can do to support local businesses and things like that, you should take advantage of that now, because everybody needs a little love right now.
Yeah, I think everyone appreciates just the little things that you can do, and any way that you can, get involved, by socially distancing, of course, is great for everyone in the community. Again, we really do want to thank you guys for coming to us, trusting us as your local news source, and thank our sponsor, Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine. We couldn't do this show without their support, and we just appreciate everyone for tuning in every night. And we will continue to come here at 7 p.m. each weeknight and also deliver you news daily on each of our websites. So thank you guys for tuning in. And thanks again to our sponsor, Russell Medical Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine. Again, I'm Santana Wood, managing editor.